to. I think it was early in the game. It was early in the game. But I thought his decision making was excellent. I thought he played well.
What do you want to see him maybe improve on, or what is the standard you're looking for this week?
Just continue doing his job. Just do more of the same. Obviously he's going to have to throw more than 11 times to win this game. We're playing a quality opponent that we have a lot of respect for, and so if he can just take another step forward, but doesn't need to do anything special, just keep doing what he did last game, just a little bit bigger sample size this game.
Will Tay Nakua and Reggie Frishneck be available against Stanford?
Tay's still a little bit ginger with that hamstring, so we're probably going to wait one more game. And Reggie's really close. He might play. But I think Tay's going to be at least the next game.
How much freedom have you given Bear to check off plays?
More than I've ever done with a freshman. We had a good number of check plays in the last game, and we have a bunch in this game too, and he's handled them very well in practice. So typically you wouldn't want to overwhelm a freshman with too many of those, but he's handled them so well in practice that we're just treating him like anybody else that's ever played quarterback for us.
The crowd noise we heard today, was that just for later, or?
It was for the defense.
Oh, it was.
So Jay's mentioned last year that early in the season they had some miscommunications on defense when our crowd was getting noisy against the other team's offense, and so that was for the defense to practice, and we put the noise at that end, and we came down to this end. Yeah. But we will practice crowd noise on bye week next week. Yeah.
With Jovesa Damuni emerging kind of as RB3, what did he show, and when you recruited him, did you guys see that in him?
He's a speed guy. Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but he jumps off the screen with just how quick he is, and he's a very good receiver. And we love him. And you're going to see Preston Rex in this game too.
How challenging is it to project Stanford's defensive tendencies, especially with a new coaching staff and after they faced an air raid offense?
Good point. Difficult. Yeah, they played an air raid team who's very different than us on offense, and so all we can do is kind of guess about what their defensive coordinator did at Sac State, but they also have what they did last year at Stanford, and we don't know what we're going to see. So that's an advantage for them. So we have to just be squared away with what we're doing and make sure that we can make adjustments during the game.
Could anything be read into the fact that McKay came out first of the backups to play?
We played them equal time. I thought they both played really well, and McKay did a nice job, and we have a lot of confidence in him.
Is he QB2 or not yet?
We haven't decided on that yet. I think it would depend on we're going to just keep competing, and if the time comes, we'll decide on the situation, who we think gives us the best chance to win. But they both played well, though. I mean, I know Trayson got 1-2 pass attempts, and McKay had 3 or 4, and they both made good decisions and managed the team really well.
You put Cole in there as kind of that quarterback for some in-the-game stuff. Kalani said some of that was maybe trying to save a redshirt capability out of Emerson, I think, or there was maybe something in there. But what you kind of see out of him, and Cole was a guy who I think he was literally off the roster over the summer, then he comes back. Like, what was that conversation?
We just put Cole in the game because we really appreciate what a great teammate he's been in his time here, and felt like he deserved to get a chance to get out there. He's been a great member of our team. He contributes a lot of things behind the scenes that people don't see in our quarterback meetings, and just being a great teammate. He plays on scout team. He plays scout team receiver. He plays scout team quarterback. He helps us with our call sheet, our wristband every week. I mean, he does a lot of things like a coach, but he's also a player on the team, and he has a really unique role, and he deserved a chance to get out there.
Was there any temptation into dialing up a Hagen touchdown?
At that point in the game, you don't want to show up the opponent, and I was almost trying not to score at the end, and our guys just kept pounding the ball in there. But I was proud of those guys that came off the bench.
Well, that last touchdown did go to Charlie Meeks.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a sideline erupt as much as after he scored.
Charlie is, like Cole, is a very well-liked member of this team, very much respected guy who there's not a harder worker, and just a great person. So everyone was super excited for him. Okay, all right.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep, thank you.
Yes, coach's show, right? The week after the bye week? Yeah. How we doing?
How we doing, sir?
Good. Good to see you guys.
Questions for Mr. Gentry?
Andrew, what did you like from last week that you want to take into this weekend?
Yeah, I think speaking from an offensive perspective and an offensive line perspective, we was a physical game. We moved the ball well, obviously ran the ball well. And, I think the better we can run the ball, the more pressure it takes off the offense as a whole, right, when you have that. So I think just continuing the run game, continuing the physicality, but then also the execution. I feel like we executed at a high level. Always things to clean up, but I felt like we knew what we were doing. We were on the right guys most of the time. And when you're doing that, it's going to be hard to lose games. So I think, again, just physical play and execution will be big going into this week.
You've been in college football for so long, and a lot of us covered you in your recruiting days and
Yeah.
everything. But I forget, that was your first home game, I think, at LES.
Yeah.
Fans. Did it live up to everything you thought it was? More, maybe a little less?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I've played in some cool venues, right? You go from, obviously, the big house, played a lot of games there, to Beaver Stadium, to the Rose Bowl, to the National Championship, right? So been in some cool venues, and LES was up there at the top. It was sweet. I mean, the fans were awesome. Just the traditions that they have. That fourth quarter show was crazy. I'd never seen anything like that before. They told me to expect a lot, and it was sweet. But no, the fans were great. I mean, Cougar Nation's been awesome from the start. But being out there in a game environment was huge. I mean, then you look too, and it's the fourth quarter, and we're up big already, and everybody's still in the stands. I mean, I think it just speaks to how loyal fans we have, and that was awesome to see.
You guys did so much in week one offensively. I mean, you're rotating a lot of guys. This week, being able to replicate now against a step up in opponents going from SCS to FBS, an ACC opponent, all of that comes down to.
Yeah, I mean, I think, the way that we want to look at it is every week it's a nameless, faceless opponent, right? You go in and you prepare for every game like it's the national championship, and you're playing, Ohio State's #1 this week, right? So you're playing Ohio State, right? It doesn't matter whoever we're playing, right? But you prepare for that like it's the national championship, like you're going to win every game, because you can't just go week to week and say, okay, well, this team isn't as good, and you can take this off or that, right? And so I think the preparation is the same, right? Like you mentioned, we're replicating that, but then trying to get better as well, right? Looking at things that we can clean up. But every week, right, that's the goal, is cleaning up the mistakes from last week, getting better, and every week just continuing to grind in that process, right? Coach Woods always talks about the process over the prize, right? That we're a process-driven team, and so we're going to focus on the process of getting better rather than the win every week and who we're playing.
Can I ask Coach Gentry a question really quick? Because you got a chance to see some of the kind of the reserve guys, the rotational guys on the offensive line. Anybody stand out from Saturday night that you were like, oh, I knew this kid was pretty good, but he's showing out really well?
I mean, everybody, honestly. I mean, I think it just speaks to them, right? The fact that they as well as they did and score as many points as they did, right? There wasn't really a lull. So, I mean, I would give a shout-out to any guy that went in on the offensive line. Special shout-out to Cio Siwa, Atufi now. He played great. I mean, seeing him out there, true freshman, he didn't play high school football in games his last 2 years. So to see a true freshman go out there, I remember my first game as a true freshman and playing at the big house, right, and the nerves that you have. It was just the second half similar to what he did, but it's a nerve-wracking experience, and he went out, and I thought he did well and just played hard. And so special shout-out to him, but really all the guys on the O-line did really well, and I'm really happy with those guys, and they've done well. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Tanner, appreciate it, man.
Thanks, y'all. Back to the old days.
Setting up.
See you, Jake. Have a wonderful